ones, just in the best of 9. And the next setup is going to be what? That's third. That's gonna be Ra from Shelty. And from SuperAfim, it's Set. So Ra versus Set.
Yeah.
I'll be favoring the Set, probably.
This is actually a very interesting matchup, the Set versus Ra, because it's not quite as broken as Isis versus Ra, where it's basically an auto win if you don't have a safe gold line as Ra. Because Set can't doesn't get that advantage with Eclipse on the ancestors, so you can cast your own Eclipse as Ra and combat that with Pestustos. So it's actually a very interesting matchup. And also you can play off 2 town centers versus 4 town centers against the Set with Ra, and go for that early Mythic Age like we saw in the first game with Shelty playing Poseidon against Poseidon, and it works much better because you can rock raid with catapults instead of the siege ships that you saw. It's a very interesting dynamics late game or even mid game with Ra versus Set.
Well, right now, it seems like the map should be Savannah, yet again. That's gonna be a choice from SuperAfim as his second home map. So Ra versus Set on Savannah. That's actually a pretty decent map for Set. Definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to play Ra against Set on Savannah. That's not one of the nice maps.
Well, let's see what Shelty can actually put up. That's gonna be the first Egyptian from him. He has so far shown Poseidon, Thor. Right now it's going to be Eggy.
Oh, I think we're just waiting on Shelty to come back.
Yeah. So I'm just now correcting actually the title of the stream so that everybody knows that it's actually Yuko casting. Somebody. There are a few people who actually don't recognize you. However surprising it might be.
Blasphemous!
What was actually the last time that you cast some match? I was just thinking about it before I started, and I was kind of thinking it might have been some kind of exhibition for the RTS league that you were casting back then, or did you actually cast some games on EE?
I think the last game I cast was a Mr. Magic game, I think. Not sure. Good question.
Definitely been too long.
It's been a long time. Maybe I might have managed because there was an internet. The reason why I can't cast is because my internet won't fully upload a YouTube to video. It won't upload a video to YouTube, and it'll time out because of how long it takes.
Well,
yeah,
that's some net. That's some speed then.
yeah, it's good. But I can co-cast with somebody else doing the streaming part of it. So might have done a co-cast at some point.
Well, that's definitely great. Of course, your time zone doesn't help either, as usually the matches are casted about, or rather played about 20 GMT, which is like not even midnight. That's well past midnight for you.
That's exactly right. Love it. It's always been an issue.
So yeah, it's gonna be the Savannah, as we said. So a bit unfortunate matchup right now for Shelty. He's going to be playing Ra against SuperAfim, and it seems like that the TCs are gonna be the aggressive variety. At least the third ones are gonna be in the middle.
That's super unlucky for Shelty. Had he seen those 2 Rhino, well, he obviously wouldn't ever have been able to see them. Had those Rhino just simply been closer to his base, then he would have been able to start Hunt and then go for like a very favor intensive build where you grab 2-3 monuments, manage to spam your myth units, which is kind of the only real way to play against Set.
Well, right now he has at least discovered some of the gazelles on the right side next to gold. so he knows where potentially to move next. He's gonna be...
Yeah.
Ah, he has actually seen the elephants at the bottom already. That's where he's
Well,
gonna move.
that's at least nice. Yeah, at least nice having those elephants to start off with.
Of course, you mustn't forget
then we can
Super...
see that we can see the imbalance of Age of Mythology where SuperAfim gets to start with his 2 Rhino because they're right next to his tower. It's very lucky.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's gonna be helping quite a lot, even though he doesn't really need it all that much. So he's gonna go for some faster heroic, right? That's basically the go-to strategy, especially for Egyptians on vanilla. And it seems that the golds are not that bad, even though the one at the top, not great, because it's behind the tree line next to the TC. So obviously he needs to get through that first before it's considered safe or whatnot. But still there is one on the right and... No save gold for Shelty though, has to be said.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult for Shelty. Shelty's gonna have to grab. He's probably gonna have to grab that side town center, and grab that is it Western gold mine.
Yeah.
Western, yeah. If he grabs that town center and places Amygdala over there, he could probably hold on with Mercenary. But that forward, maybe even grab that forward town center. I don't know. Be interesting to see what he chooses to do.
Well, it's
But I definitely wouldn't want to play this game with Shelty.
Right now on this map with all that many animals, it's gonna be pretty hard for Shelty to, I think, to go for some aggressive grab of the TC, because of course all those animals are just gonna be pretty annoying and whatnot, and potentially the ancestors even coming up from SuperAfim if he advances at about the same time. He's probably gonna advance sooner, let's face it, because of the rhinos inside his base.
Well, it actually looks like SuperAfim's doing the same strategy that he did against me, where I didn't manage to advance the classical age or the heroic age even, where he managed to go at 430 and spam some priests and kick off any middle hunt that you have. But unfortunately for SuperAfim, Shelty's got back elephant, so there's no way for him to really stop that from happening. But he will get a really early shifting sands and kill off those three villages pretty easily.
I'm kinda curious if actually if SuperAfim is gonna do it, because Shelty could be having counter shifting sands, right? And he could be even stealing some goats from the opponent through that. That's usually what happens.
Definitely, that's definitely a good counter, but I don't think that Shelty's going to be in the classical age when it happens, because it's going to probably be 4 minutes and 30 seconds when the shifting comes down, because SuperAfim's got all the animals to scout with, so he should be able to find a villager or two. And then he's also got vision, so he's going to grab whatever he can straight away.
Even vision right now,
super fast. That's super fast. Wait, where did he vision?
I'm just was gonna say, is he really advancing this fast? It seems like too fast. Maybe he's just looking where he needs to go with the hyenas or whatnot. But that's weird cast of vision.
Maybe I'm wrong. Did he actually advance? Yeah, he did. 415. That's crazy. This guy's insane.
Well, let's see. Let's see if it's gonna be working out, because I'm not entirely certain that he actually timed it correctly. Maybe he just really wanted to see where he needs to go with the hyena to actually steal the villages and whatnot. Right now he probably knows that he needs to go for the elephant at the bottom. Shelty is already moving the villages away, it seems like. Gonna try to kill it. Yeah, it seems to be working fine.
Yeah, he's been lucky there. He's found that, but surely SuperAfim's gonna send his priest. Oh, he's not. Well, Shelty's moving off that elephant.
Well, Shelty is at least right now trying to do what he can to basically stall the situation. I'm kind of thinking that he's really waiting for his own shifting sands to basically right now to counter the god power. And it seems that he already did pretty much counter it, even though he's leaving 600 food in there. He's probably gonna have to go back on the elephant.
This would be absolutely brutal if SuperAfim can get his pharaoh and priests into the gold mine away from that tower. All he has to do is pick off the pharaoh and just move his priests and pharaoh. Yep, okay, so that's exactly what he needs to do. This is brutal.
Okay, so it's gonna be shifting sands in there. He's gonna try to kill as many units as possible. Why is actually SuperAfim just now? He's engaging. He's losing just 2 villages. And yeah, Shelty unfortunately got just one back. the second died because he was just moving somewhere. So unfortunately the movement translated also after being shifted, but that's still pretty good result, I have to say, losing just one villager.
Yeah, it was really well played by Shelty there. I actually thought that that could have been game over, but he managed to catch SuperAfim out, and now basically Shelty kind of just needs to get that economy rolling, and he'll be fine. Because
Well, right now,
SuperAfim is so far behind just because of that 4-minute 15 advance.
it definitely seems so, because leading on score by Shelty by 100 at this point seems to be pretty decent for him. That's quite a big difference.
You get that bonus from making farms. It's not necessarily as truthful as it looks, but it's definitely significant.
Well, right now with the rain coming up, it should definitely improve his economy. And also SuperAfim, of course, lost quite a significant portion of some kind of empowerment through the Pharaoh, not doing anything for like more than a minute. So that's of course a bit of a bonus right now for Shelty as well. And he seems to be doing quite a good job so far. Right now, basically SuperAfim using all the animals across the map, it seems like, on the right and whatnot. Having the armory ready, but is he actually ready for advance? Does he have enough food or whatnot? In the post game,
It's not gonna be the food for Shelty. It'll be gold, but he's got so many villagers on gold that he should be fine.
But SuperAfim already did click at about 6:30, looking at the post game, so he should be advancing pretty soon.
Well, he's definitely doing a very aggressive build if he's doing that. So he's gonna chuck a Migdol on one of those forward gold mines, I hope. But he hasn't sent his villagers forward yet. Like all he kind of has to do is send. Yeah, he needs to send his villagers forward and chuck a Migdol up on that forward gold mine.
Seems like he's gonna go for PC first.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Just because you can't support that villager production and chariot production at the same time, you need so many more villagers on wood than he has. It's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers on wood, which is really
that's not enough.
Not enough.
Especially without Hendax, so he doesn't even have the upgrade to even make it faster for him. So he's gonna be having plenty of gold potentially. But yeah, let's see if it's gonna be enough, because right now Shelty should be advancing as well. It's a decent time, and
yeah. Honestly, if I see SuperAfim grabbing that second town center right now, I'm thinking I'm going mythic right now. I'm gonna chuck that market down as soon as I can, jump straight to mythic, and then win the game with Son of Osiris. But it does not look like he's doing that at all as Shelty switches villages over to wood. So he's going to be chilling in the heroic age.
So where he's gonna drop the Migdol? He seems to be aiming for the gold. Well, the gold at the top, next to Rhinos. Oh, he's right now switching to defensive Migdol, thinking that his opponent should be much better off, and that's unfortunate because he isn't. He definitely could have been adventurous.
He needs to delete that Migdol and move forward. Now he's seen that 3 town centers being grabbed by SuperAfim. This is not the prime position. SuperAfim is not being aggressive. He's done the early advance, but he's been incredibly greedy, grabbing 3 town centers. He needs to have 12 villagers on food to be supporting 3 town centers worth of villagers, and he's only got 8, so he's only got 2 town centers worth of production going at the moment, it looks like.
He has already dropped the market, or is trying to drop it inside his base, so he's probably thinking really that the advance into Mythic might not be all that far away, but without this food economy, not really certain. It could just be to basically help him in some early problems, so he might be getting some extra resources, and Shelty denied the gold next to the TC in there. Well, hope to get there, but unfortunately a bit too late, and right now he is in deep problems, because he basically wasted the opportunity to get some map control through the Migdol, and right now all the golds are pretty far away, and going to be open raiding. Right, Ancestors, of course.
This Ancestors is actually not as good as it looks. I don't think he's good. He might be able to pick off the villagers. Actually, if he picks off the villagers, it'll be great. But it doesn't prevent a whole lot of what Shelty's trying to do.
Well, he killed 3 villages, it seems like, so that's pretty decent, at least something. He's gonna be trying to delay at least the gold a bit. Well, They're not gonna do a whole lot more, those ancestors in there, but still could be quite enough, because he's having quite few villages Shelty on the gold mine in here. And well, the map control is definitely right now in SuperAfim's hands, because of course he was first into the next age. He has right now the chariot archers everywhere, and of course he has much better map control of, or rather from the first minute, because of the scouting of his animals, so he sees the map a whole lot better, as we are looking at Locust next to gold.
Great Locust, only actually getting 3 villages, but this Locust is a very finicky god power. Sometimes you kill 20 villages and sometimes you kill 1. So he managed to get a fair few there, but not as much as you would hope from that little cast.
I usually like the Locust a bit more when they're actually used tactically. That means when you use them, for example, to deny TC repair or even TC up, because it's for about 30 seconds, which is a very long time, and in such a situation it can definitely help you. In Titans, of course, it's quite useful against Atlanteans, especially if they are not careful and they are having plenty of farms on one spot. You can just basically cost them a ton of resources, as they are having pretty expensive farms. So if you can destroy them like that, that puts them back quite significantly. And yeah, here in vanilla, let's see if it's going to be some kind of lasting effect. He didn't really kill all that many, as you said, just about 3, so nothing really all that major.
I do like what Shelty's doing here with these raids and distracting, but if Shelty can't chuck a Migdol up here, this is going to be incredibly bad. And it looks like he doesn't have the gold to do it, so he needs to chuck it up. Like...
he definitely doesn't. He's having like about 200 gold. So that's pretty bad news for him. Pretty bad news.
But luckily for him, he does have a good army, so he just needs to regroup his army and then defend here, and he may be okay. This is going to all kind of come down to micro, and we can see SuperAfim chucking in mercenary into the mix. So this is basically all going to come down to micro. If SuperAfim can push through here and win, it's going to be a GG. And we can see some trireme micro on the chariot archers right there, pulling Shelty's chariots right into the middle of that fight. Incredibly good from SuperAfim. Not easy to do.
Yeah, it seems to be going kinda... Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that it was looking a bit better for SuperAfim. And without the gold, yeah, that was just basically down to the bad mid-goal placement, that he didn't take the opportunity to take the goal. And it was because he didn't scout properly. Well, he didn't have all that many options how to scout, but he just didn't see what SuperAfim was doing, that he wasn't aggressive, he was just going for echo. And if he knew that, I'm definitely certain he would have been a bit more adventurous, but well, yeah, he didn't do so. And that means that it's gonna be 3-0 right about now for SuperAfim, and Shelty definitely will have to put up some better performances in the next game, even though he wasn't playing bad. This was kind of unfortunate matchup for him on this map. Still,
yeah, I feel like it was
will bring.
Yeah, I feel like it was borderline map screw with those rhinos being so far away from him, and Shelty's and SuperAfim having rhinos right in his base. If Shelty had them, I reckon he could have done a slightly different build order, maybe gone fast and had that eclipse strategy to grab his own gold mine. But unfortunately, SuperAfim had the rhino and he didn't, so couldn't keep up.
Well, in the military, well, almost double army for SuperAfim, so that kind of explains why he won the battle. So of course, that helps.
That isn't a... You have to remember you get free animals, so about...
yeah, it's gonna be the animals.
About 10 to 15 of those are animals, so it's not as... It is significant, but it's not as crazy. I think most of that was up to good micro from SuperAfim. I reckon he played that fight really well.
Yep, so GG here.